flew into high ground near Duns. Technical failure. Swung on landing. Hi everyone. Hope you're doing great. I was making on a video. Just taking these 2 books back to the library. They're both books regarding the local border airfields that were used to train the fighter pilots during the Second World War. And they give you a real good insight into what took place here in Berwickshire in the 1940s, during the wartime. Wojtek, let me show you. Wojtek by Elaine Orr. She lives on Winfield farm, and this book was made in the 80s, documents Charterhall. Charterhall was slightly bigger than Winfield, but they were both basically there for the same purpose, to train pilots. And this book here is mainly like a diary of what took place. But this story here is nothing short of absolutely beautiful and remarkable. And it's so well written. And it details the story of Wojtek, which translates to the happy warrior, the Polish war hero that became legendary for carrying shells to the front line in the Battle of Monte Carlo. Must have been such a sight. See battlegrounds and this big bear carrying ammunition to the guns. Yeah, after the war, Poland was kind of like allowed to sort of fall into the hands of Russia and communism, which meant that a lot of the men that had fought in the war, brave men, couldn't go back home because they'd be extradited to the Gulag. Their families most likely were already there, and yeah, they didn't really have anything to go home to. It's such a devastation, because I was always under the impression that the reason why the Second World War started was because Germany invaded Poland. So we were defending Poland, but then we didn't really care. And these men, 3,000 of them, were based at Winfield in tin huts all throughout the Scottish winters. And there's depictions of the ice forming on the tops of the huts, and they had one little rubbishy little heater in the hut that used to melt all the ice, and it used to drip down onto the beds and soak them. It must have been absolutely miserable. I imagine Wojtek would have been okay with his big bear coat. Bless him. But looking at some of the photos, you can really see the joy on the men's faces, and the freedom and the energy of Wojtek must have brought so much happiness to them during a time of so much darkness, knowing that their families had been kidnapped and taken away and their country basically destroyed. And they fought so bravely at the Battle of Monte Carlo, overcoming all the odds. I'm pleased to see Duns is twinned with a town in Poland, and I think a lot of the people in Berwickshire understand how brave these men were and give them the respect that they're due. So I recommend reading both these stories. I did a video recently at Winfield where I visited a pool that's nearby the airfield that's got claw marks still in the trees from Wojtek. It's evident in the book how much he used to enjoy water. But the men used to parade Wojtek around Berwickshire and Berwick-on-Tweed. I can only imagine a big brown bear going around the local pubs around Berwick. It makes me laugh thinking about it. So we'll go and visit both these airfields today and see what's left there. Do you fancy coming along? Come on then. It's like my own personal fan. just at the old historic kirk at Fogo. Flaps on the doors. Okay, maybe it could be some kind of hospital. It talks about the 3,000 men, Polish men that were camped out here after the war, living in tin huts, which I think have long gone. A story of all of the bravery. Oh wow, a gun. Really good documentation to what happened here. This little section here is visiting aircraft. So many of the aircraft made enforced visits to Charterhall due to adverse weather conditions. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ta-ra! Tropical Berwickshire. Exhausted all my batteries. Didn't see the dolphins. Need more batteries, but they're like 60 quid a battery. Expensive. beautiful and welcoming old kirk, Fogo. Just trying what looks like some locally pressed apple juice that's in the fridge. It's so hot today, it's like the south of Spain. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's proper organic pressed apple juice. Wow, that's so nice. Thank you, Fogo. I'd leave you a donation, but I've only got my credit card. You should do chip and pin donations. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's been really interesting talking to the RAF at Charterhall. They were so friendly and nice. And it was a real surprise to see them. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Ta-ra!